Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2. We're going to present about the integrity in public administration.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm from Group 2, including with Khalida Amni, Anessa Azizan, and Nabilah Islmail. Our task title is Integrity in Public Administration. I'm going to present about the introduction. Integrity means the practice of being honest and showing a consistent and uncompromising adherence to strong moral and ethical principles and values. As we can see, all public organizations are required to deliver public value. Integrity in public administration encompasses quality that come from the positive interaction of competence, being free from maladministration, transparency, and accountability, linked with the concerned vigilance and awareness against corruption. Sick and Hubbard define integrity as the quality of acting in accordance with generally accepted moral value and norm to further public interest.
Assalamualaikum to Madam Irwana. I am Khalida Amni binti Nur Azam from Group 2. I will continue this presentation with issue related with integrity in public administration. One of the issue is abuse of power among civil servants. This happened because the power to approve and making decisions which has been passed to certain individuals in an organization can make the abuse of power to happen. The failure of local organization also contribute to this situation. Example of it is power abuse case involving a state government officer. Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (SPRM) hold remand the officer due to investigation of power abuse in a residential renovation projects that cost almost 220,000 ringgit at Terengganu in 2019. Next issue related to integrity is corruption issues. The corruption among civil servants occurs due to lack of integrity among them and the existence of opportunities to commit acts of corruption. Civil servants also commit the act of corruption in order to live in luxury. For example, an assistant land officer from district office and land in Kinta pleaded guilty for accepting bribes in form of money and check, which amounted almost 8,000 ringgit from two sand company entrepreneurs in 2014. Last but not least, violations of systems and procedures is also the issue relating with integrity. Violation of systems and procedures happen because lack of transparency in matters involving the public interest. This problem also occurs due to selective and ineffective enforcement. Example of it is a case involving an officer of the State Registration Department. These officers are among 3 men that are a part of syndicate of forgery of identity documents in Sempurna. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabilah binti Islmail, student number 2020-852812, and I'm here to discuss about several ways that our group has identified to increase integrity among civil servants. One of the ways to deal with these problems is improving corporate governance and work ethics. In this case, the government remains committed to reducing public complaints from time to time and also establish various mechanisms to monitor misconduct associated civil servants. For example, the Public Complaints Bureau will hold the discussion about complaints that have been made which government agencies, non-governmental organization NGO, and the public complainants before being brought to the Standing Committee on Public Complaints Committee JKTPA. Through the meeting, all decisions made must be complete which and BPA will take follow-up action in collaboration with the agency and department. BPA also runs various programs to reach out the community, including at the state level such as the People Friendly Program. The second ways is improving efficiency in the public service system delivery. In this case, the government needs to ensure that the public service system delivery has high integrity to ensure that the government policies can be implemented effectively. The government aims to inculcate and enhance integrity among enforcement officers and law enforcement agencies to strengthening public confidence in them. The last way is effectively reduce symptoms of corruption and abuse of power. The government emphasizes an approach toward combating corruption and abuse of power through the introduction of several policies that are capable of achieving international standards. For example, the government implementing the National Anti-Corruption Plan NACP 2019 until 2023 in an effort to improve governance and integrity. This is to increase the efficiency and transparency of government management based on the principle of governance, integrity, and corruption. That's all of my discussion. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anessa Azizan. I would like to present about the impact of poor integrity among civil servants. First, the lack of trust. The absence of interest in government generally creates citizens who do not want to pay taxes and do not obey the law, and this leads to increase in the number of monitoring and enforcement system. Hence, with system of processes of democratic governance as well as indicates access to service and economic opportunity tend to correct trust in government. For example, the people dispersed once of the other in Selangor violations and disobey during PKPB while go picnic without following the SOP from the government. She also have to pay for the compound for offences, the impact of poor integrity. Next, the failure of democratic processes in decision making. Ethical wrongdoings and scandals that occur in the government pose a threat to the democratic principle of the rule of law, equity, and individual rights. Fraud and bribery and other abuse take the power from people and give it to a few in position of control, which distort the concept of the equality of all participants of public life. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) has arrested an area official at the Malaysian Pineapple Industry Board (LPNM) for abuse of power. The results of the investigation found that the suspect used the position by choosing his wife as a supplier of pineapple fertilizer seeds in 2014 and 2015, amounting to more than 65,000 ringgit, but the supply was not implemented.
The conclusion for our task is integrity carries the meaning of superior quality that exists as a whole and cohesive in individual and organization. Integrity is only focused on correction issues, but is a bigger concept that involves work culture practice in organization. Without having integrity in our work, something is difficult to do and will have a detrimental effect on work. Without cultivating integrity in each of these societies will give birth to severe administration and full of abuse power and widespread abuse of power. Thank you.
That's all from our presentation. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.